Okay, so all right, we're going live now. All right. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Seven with Chad Marvie. My name is Chad, and I'll be alone today. This is the second time that I'm doing it on my own because my wife Marvie is currently doing a Salad Master presentation. So, for those of you who are not familiar with this cooking show, we've done it now for close to a year. Okay, we started around April last year during the pandemic, but the advocacy of this show is to bring people back to the kitchen to cook home cooked meals that are, what does Marvy call it? Hey, healthy, easy, and yummy. H-E-y. Okay, so that's the concept behind this. We're using only 7 ingredients or less, and as a full disclosure, we do own a dealership of Salad Master. And so if you want to know more about the Salad Master cooking system or the cookware, then feel free to let us know. Okay. Today we will be using this special edition 3-quart wok, which was the cookware that Salad Master came up with and released just this month of March. Okay. So as you can see, it's a wok. It's a wok, but it's small and it's good for a small family like we do because we only have 4 families. This comes with a grill that fills up half the top. So that whenever you're doing your usual stir fry and you're done with your meat or your seafood, typically you can put it on that grill top so that it doesn't overcook while you stir fry the rest of your vegetables. Today we will not be using the top, just the regular wok. Okay, so what are we doing today? Salad Master came up with a recipe that's fairly easy. I'm doing it for the first time, okay? So for full disclosure, but we'll do it all together. It's called the tomato basil chicken orzo. So it's orzo, which is a kind of pasta that is shaped like a rice grain, okay? And we're adding tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes, and we're using dried basil as well. So what's fantastic about this recipe is you don't have to prepare your orzo separately. We're all gonna cook it in one pot. What are the ingredients? Let's go through this together. So you have your chicken breast. The recipe calls for 1 chicken breast. There are 4 of us. So I did 2 chicken breasts, which I diced into 1-inch cubes. Okay. Then you got your garlic cloves. Here you go. Um, Small onion, um, sun-dried tomatoes, 1/2 cup. We have our fresh basil, but we don't have, I do have fresh basil. It's a plant on my windowsill, but I'm gonna use dried basil today. But you could do that. If you're using fresh, it's 1/3 cup chopped, okay? Then we have our chicken stock, 3 cups or 3/4 of this particular packaging. Um, 2 cups of orzo pasta. Then you have your Parmesan cheese, and then your red pepper flakes. Okay, so I presume all of you have prepared your ingredients ahead of time. I will be doing it live. So I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my wok at medium heat or 320 in my whatever they call this thing, this little handy stove top here. Okay, so I'm preheating that, and I'm gonna go ahead and season my chicken. So season your chicken according to your normal dietary preferences of salt and pepper. Okay, mix it up a bit. Okay, so that you can season the reverse. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of basil here, just so that I could season my chicken from the get-go. Okay, So I'll leave that for a few minutes to soak.
Your mic has there's feedback coming from your mic.
It's this one, but I don't know how to do it. There we go. Let's see. Okay, you know what? I'm going to be using my stovetop. Okay, so I'm going to preheat. I'll just show you when I put it together. But basically preheat your wok or whatever cooker you're using in your stovetop for medium. All right, so while that's preheating, let's go ahead and so you did season your chicken. I'm starting from scratch. So I'm going to have to mince my garlic and dice my onions, okay? So I will be using the Saladmaster machine over here to do this faster. If you're interested as well to know how to own one of these like food processors, please let us know. It's fairly easy to be able to own one. And it's very handy in the kitchen in times like these when you are rushing. So I'll need to use cone number 1 and cone number 2. So cone number 1 is actually for mincing like things like garlic. All right. So I have my garlic. Okay, I'm done. Right, and then I'm going to be using cone number 2 to dice my onions. I'm crying over here. Okay, so I've minced my onions and I've diced my onions and minced my garlic. And then next I'm going to, all right, after that, let's go ahead and when our pot is already hot. Okay, when your pot is already hot, go ahead and let's slightly cook our chicken. So drop in the chicken into your wok or a skillet or electric oil skillet, whatever kitchen appliance you're using or kitchen pot you're using. Okay, and let's go ahead and cover that for 5 minutes. So again, I'm only doing this in the camera so you guys can see. The sound that you hear is because my pot is hot, but I am going to move this to my stove top. And let's go ahead and set the timer for 5 minutes. Okay, so we'll get back to that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and measure the rest of our ingredients. So I'm gonna open my Orzo now. Okay, so a typical serving of Orzo will be about a cup per person and it's 200 calories. So it is pasta, guys. So be aware of that. It is pretty high in carbs, but it's delicious and it's nice to have from time to time for variety. Okay, so let's see. What do we have here? We have a 1/3 cup measuring gadget. So I will need 2 cups of this pasta. Which would be easier if we use this measuring cup. Okay, hi to those who joined us on Facebook Live, and thank you to Roy and Julie and Cassie for joining me here live. Belated happy birthday to Gabby, by the way. Saw the pictures. Looks like you guys had a great time and you're looking really sharp.
Thank you, Chad.
I can't believe they're just 13, right? I measured my Orzo. Guys, I'm ready with this. Okay, chicken stock. So 3 cups of chicken stock. Three cups, okay. Okay, so that's my 2 cups. And I need 1 more cup here. There you go. All right. So this measuring cup, see this? It's also by Saladmaster. If you want to just accessorize your gadgets even more, again, let us know, okay? We'll help you be able to own one of these. All right. Let's go ahead and measure our basil. I only need 1/3 cup of this. Okay, if it's fresh. So since I'm not using fresh, normally the ratio will be you only do 1/2 of whatever is required when it's fresh. So this is about 2 tablespoons here. So 2 tablespoons of dried basil for me. Oh yeah, why don't we go ahead and do our Parmesan cheese since we have the Saladmaster machine here as well. So let me just rinse this. Okay, since I'm the only one here, I can't really say hi to those who joined us on Facebook Live, but thank you for joining us. And if you're watching this on replay, very easy recipe that we will be done in 30 minutes, okay? So, all right. Time left, we have 1 more minute left. I'm actually gonna lower my heat because I could hear the clicking sound from my wok. Here's my Parmesan cheese. And I only need 3/4 cup. So I'm just going to do an estimate here. Okay. So how fast was that? All right, look at that, freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Now you're gonna say, is that really 3/4 cup? Let's take a quick look. It's about 1.5 cups. Okay, so I'm just gonna use 1 cup. All right, the rest I can just Ziploc it and put it in my fridge. Okay, 5 minutes is done. So let's bring back our pot here. Okay, as you can see, the semi-vacuum effect, of which is like one of the features of the Saladmaster pot, is in full effect. All right, the chicken is partially cooked. It actually almost looks like fully cooked to me. But yeah, it can use a few more minutes, but the goal is not to fully cook it. It was to partially cook it. Here we go. So I hope your chicken looks like this. It's already white in color. I'm just gonna drain it from this liquids that came out, okay? All right, I always find it interesting whenever chicken, if you notice, even though you don't put any oil, okay, or you don't put any liquids or salt, chicken itself has a lot of oil and a lot of salt. So be careful when you season your chicken. That's all I could say. Okay, we have it here. Let's go ahead and add our onions and garlic, okay? So I had used this Saladmaster machine earlier to prepare this, to mince this. So let's add it there, mix it. And then you bring it back on your stovetop at medium. Cover it and let's leave it for 3 minutes, okay? So just enough time to allow the onions to be translucent. Okay, so do I have everything? Red pepper flakes, I only need 1 to 2 teaspoons. So I'll go ahead and pre-measure that as well. Here we go. Okay, so this is a teaspoon. So it won't be much. That's 1. Okay, now since my family doesn't like anything spicy, except me, I'm just gonna use 1 teaspoon, okay? Red pepper flakes. So there's 2 varieties of this red pepper flakes. Obviously the ones that are flakes, but then some of them grind it even further. That's what I'm using. It's like ground red pepper flakes. There's still texture. It's not powder, but it's smaller than the usual flakes. Okay, did I set the timer? 3 minutes. Okay, so Marvie did say last week that we were going to give out some freebies to those who are joining us today. So we are giving away a turner or one of these really cool water bottles. It's made of the same stainless steel and quality that the Saladmaster is known for. It's great for hot liquids. You can also bring it with you to the gym. Okay. It's here. It's S Pro. I hope you see it on the camera. All right. So we have this, or you will also have the choice of getting a turner. So let me get the turner. The turner is this one. So I know Cassie and Roy already have this, but you could always use one more, right?
You're right.
Since we only have two people here, okay. So Cassie, do you mind showing yourself on camera? Why don't we do one of those? Okay. So you ready,
Okay.
Roy? I'm gonna
You say
count.
paper,
Uh,
scissors, what?
rock, paper, scissors, and then whoever wins gets to choose. The other one will get the other one.
Okay.
All right. So rock, paper, scissors, go. What are you, Roy? Same. Scissors, scissors. Again. Rock, paper, scissors, go. Rock. Okay, one more time. Rock, paper, scissors, go. All right, Cassie wins. Rock versus scissor, the rock wins. So which one would you like, Cassie?
The turner.
The turner. All right, Roy. We'll send this on the next shipment, okay, all the way to Maryland. Woo! Cost you nothing, right? You learn a recipe and yet you earn something. Okay, 1 minute left. So let's see. I can't tell. So, Francesca, can you tell me who's on Facebook Live? So at least I know who's watching with us. I want to say hi to people. I forgot to spotlight this thing. There you go. Oh.
There's I think his name is Edgar.
We can't tell who's Francesca cannot tell. So I'm just gonna assume that our regulars are here. Hi to Chester and Edna from Dumaguete. And I'm gonna say hi to Edgar because I know Edgar was trying to sign in. To my friends Tina, I think Bevs is watching. To all my Silimanian friends, hi to all of you. I wish I was with you when you went to Vegas last week. That sounded like and looked like a lot of fun. It was nice to see Mom Delphine there as well. I haven't seen her in ages. Okay, 3 minutes is done. Let's see. Let's get our pot. Okay. And again, semi-vacuum. That means your heat is really well utilized in this pot. All right, our onions are translucent. Okay, now we're gonna add our chicken stock. Okay, so 3 cups of chicken stock. Go ahead and add that. And then we're gonna bring this to a gentle boil before we add the orzo. Okay, so that's the process here. All right. So far what we've done, we've allowed the chicken to cook at 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, we added the onions and the garlic. Now we're adding the broth or the chicken stock, and we're gonna allow this to come to a gentle boil. Okay. So how's everybody doing? What? Okay. Are you able to say hi? Oh, hi, Laura Perez. Thank you for joining us. Okay. I'm alone here. My name is Chad. I'm one half of Chad Marvie. And in this cooking show, we do simple dishes that are easy to prepare with any member of your family, your spouse, your kids. Great bonding time. We only use very simple recipes, again, 7 ingredients or less. And today we're doing orzo, an orzo dish. Okay, so chicken basil orzo with Parmesan cheese and red pepper flakes. It's tomato basil chicken orzo. Oh, okay. So for tomatoes, what we will be using is our sun-dried tomatoes, right? So it calls for 1/2 cup of sun-dried tomatoes. So I don't know if you want to cut it further. Typically, they're long, right? So it might be a good idea while waiting for our water to boil, for our chicken stock to boil, to go ahead and measure it out and then cut it into smaller pieces. Okay. All right. So I have here my 1/4 cup. I'm gonna add another 1/4 cup. There you go. So that's about 1/2 cup. It's a small little condiment container. And let's go ahead and snip this into smaller pieces. What I'm using is so Saladmaster has a complete lineup of these kitchen gadgets. This is their scissor, which is actually able to cut through meat and bone in case you don't want to use your knives. It's a really sharp piece of scissor, but we also use it for our salads and for various other things. So Laura, we do cook simple recipes, but we try our best to make it as healthy as possible. And one way to do that is to make sure that we only use cookware, the cookware that actually touches our food, that does not leach into the food. And Salad Master does not, because it uses titanium as its key component. And so that's what we are using. It's this, these are pots and pans with titanium 316. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering where the pot is, it's on my stovetop. Because my little induction stove here was starting to complain. And when it complains, it doesn't give you an indicator what it's complaining about. So instead of allowing you guys to hear the feedback, I took it out of this induction stove. All right, I've cut up all of my tomatoes. Smells good. Looking forward to this. Okay, so let's chat while waiting. Okay, I think we're getting there because the water has started to have that little foam at the top. It's not yet at the gentle boil. So let's talk about summer plans. Roy, what are your plans for summer? You guys traveling anywhere?
North Carolina.
Oh, that's not too far. There's a lot of our friends.
Virginia, southern parts of Virginia. Yeah.
Okay, great. Are you gonna go like hiking or camping, or just
RV.
cool?
So yeah.
Have you driven an RV before?
It's a towable. It's a trailer RV.
Oh, got it.
So I've driven vehicles with trailers before, just not. It wasn't an RV.
Yeah.
So I don't
That'll-
think it's too different.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. How many will be with you on this trip?
Just me, Julie, and Gabs.
Ah, okay. That's also gonna be a great bonding time.
So it's also a music
So
festival.
there's also a music festival during those dates.
What are the bands? Do you have anyone that
So
you're thinking?
it's a bluegrass festival in Virginia. So it should be nice.
West Virginia.
So you guys also listen to country music there, huh? Not just us here in Texas.
Expanding our horizon.
Okay, my water has come to a gentle boil. So it's time to add our orzo. I hope that are you guys also boiling now your water? Cassie, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, but I'm not using Orzo because I couldn't find this. So I'm using small bin noodle.
Okay. Is your water in a gentle boil as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you can add the noodle now. Now, do you know what the normal cooking time is of that noodle?
Usually you can get it solid between 5 and 10.
Okay, so we since let's compare it. Okay, so for orzo, typically it's 7 to 9 minutes. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna have to time it according to what your particular bean. Okay,
Okay.
all right. So let's go ahead and allow it to boil for that same amount of minutes. So we're gonna cook this for 7 minutes, okay, and then we're gonna add our basil and our sun-dried tomatoes, and then another 3 minutes, and then we're done. Then we're just gonna top it with the Parmesan cheese. So you'll see it later on. It will just be perfect without having to cook the orzo separately. So I'm gonna bring it back to my stovetop for 7 minutes. Okay. So how about you, Cassie? What are you doing this summer? Bringing the boy.
This summer, I really haven't made any plans, not yet. But
Not yet.
yeah, so it's usually a little downtime to start getting ready for the fall because I start getting busier in the fall. But right now, no plans at all for the summer.
The thing your eldest is always like it's always nice to have him back home, right? So
Right. It's always nice to have him back home, and he got things and stuff to do and to get him ready back for the fall.
sure, sure. 2 months go by really fast, right?
Yes, it does.
We're gearing up because like Mikael, obviously, just like Jordan. So Cassie has a son who is actually the same year as my son. They're both juniors. Pretty soon they'll be leaving for college, right? So we're trying to make sure that this summer will be memorable for him. Because next summer it'll be like the summer after his senior year. Who knows what he will want to do at the time, right?
Exactly.
We're actually hoping to be able to travel out overseas, but we don't know yet. We'll see how travel restrictions change.
Chad, are you planning to go back to the Philippines?
I was, Roy, until they started flip-flopping on the rules. When they started
Okay.
flip-flopping on the rules, I'm like,
Yeah, I remember you asked in the group chat. So wait, if you're going this year, are you going again next year?
um, what is next year?
49ers at 50. So 89
Oh,
at
did
50.
you finalize that? Are we?
I
Do
have
we?
no idea. I have no idea, pero we're planning for it.
Oh,
We're planning for it.
Yeah, I would love to go there, but I hope that we're going to do something different. I thought the plans were to do a cruise or go to Singapore or go to Indonesia, like something different. Whatever it is, I'm in. But I'm okay. But that will not require the whole family though to go with me, so I can go to our 50th birthday. Uh, it's our last chance, right? Last chance to celebrate our youth.
Mandatory. Attendance is mandatory.
Attendance is mandatory. We need to tell. Okay, so to all of my batchmates there who's watching this as well. I know some of you really just sneak up and watch this, but you don't make a sound. Please join us in our reunion, okay? 50th birthday. If not, we'll meet you at the 40th reunion.
Chad and Marvie will cook everything.
Don't worry, one of the meals will be sponsored by Roy and Julie to celebrate their love.
Setting timer now.
Wait, I forgot to set my timer, so I'm just gonna put 5 minutes, okay? Yeah, it is boiling, guys. It is boiling. It's weird to have it cooked outside the camera. You know what I'll do is I don't want to move the camera. Sorry. I don't want to mess it up. Uh, Again, if you're watching on Facebook Live, if you have a recipe that you want to learn now, if you're wondering what our ethnicity is, we are Filipinos. We moved here to the U.S. several years ago, almost close to 20 years now. But anyway, if you're interested in any Asian dishes or Southeast Asian dishes or inspired dishes that that you will want to Americanize a little bit, let us know, okay? Because we can definitely work with you on that. Simplify it. Use only 7 ingredients or less. You'll hear the clicking sound. That means our water, the broth. Okay, the chicken stock is at 190 degrees because that's when that vapor valve kicks off. Just gonna check it really quick. Okay, it's doing well. It's doing well, and I have like 3 minutes more. Okay, I don't know what else to talk about. So maybe I do want to continue to invite people. If you haven't heard about Saladmaster, um, please communicate with us because it's actually a great cookware to own, and it's something that we've seen like pieces that are 45 years old and they still look the way they did when the owner first bought it. So it's been a company that's based here in Texas where we live. It's 75 years old. That's why I have this 75-year-old, well, 75 logo here in my apron. 75 years old, but it does honor its lifetime warranty. So it makes it a really great investment. Um, and then, of course, it's made out of material that doesn't leach into your food. So I don't have enough time to talk about it during this format, but if you're interested, please let us know. So obviously, we have Saladmaster owners with us. Roy and Julie and Cassie are some of them, as well as some of you who are on Facebook Live. But these dishes, though, you can actually prepare in your whatever pot you own. So the recipes will work nonetheless. But if you are a Salad Master owner, this is our way as well of thanking you and continuing to be with you to learn new dishes. Again, as I told you, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm learning alongside you. But it's easy, and there's really very little room for mistakes. 10 likes and hearts. Yay. I'm not really a millennial, so I don't care about the 1,000 likes. If there's at least one or two families that benefit from this is worth it, right?
Hey, Chad.
I'm not going to die from low self esteem. Yes, Roy.
Remember, Jesus only started with 12.
That's right. And it's Palm Sunday. Guys, I know this week is going to be very, very, I guess it's a good time to be introspective, to look at our lives, right? And our lives are valuable. That's why God thinks about us a lot. And you know what happened. But next week is Easter Sunday. So it's a time for us to also like make an effort, to match whatever sacrifices God has made for us. Not to preach here, but And it's a Holy Week. It's one of those weeks. Like Christmas, Holy Week, New Year's Day. It's a time to think about yourself and make some decisions.
Hey, Chad.
Yeah.
Our orzo is just the right kind of al dente. Should we?
Okay. Now let's go ahead and remove it from the heat, and then let's go ahead and add our basil and our sun-dried tomatoes. Okay.
Okay.
Roy, is your pasta like dry already or not yet?
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Not yet. Okay. Mine too, but it's almost there. Let's add our basil. So one, if you're using, if I'm using dried, I'm using 2 tablespoons. And then a half a cup of which I don't want to add the oil. I'm just gonna scoop it out. I don't want to add the oil. Okay, so mix it up. 3 more minutes, guys. Okay, that's what's left here. And then we're going to just scoop it up and then top it with Parmesan cheese. Smells great. This is what it looks like for me. So I'm gonna show it closer to the camera. See that? Oops, there. So I'm just gonna leave it open faced, Roy, so that the water evaporates. I'm just gonna leave it open faced so that my water evaporates. Cassie, I hope you're following along.
Yes, I am. Did you put the pepper in, the red pepper in yet?
The pepper and the cheese.
Oh, pepper and cheese last, right?
Yeah, pepper and cheese are last. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I set the timer. 2 more minutes. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Since I do have fresh basil, I'm gonna add fresh basil on top. Okay, so tiny, look, because they're from a potted plant. But I'm gonna add it to the top of my orzo.
Hey, Chad.
Yeah, yeah.
How many vegetables and herbs are you growing in your window?
We have about 4 only.
Okay. What
Yeah.
are they? Basil.
We have basil, we have mint, we have parsley, and I have one more, but it looks like oregano, but I can't tell. What about you? You guys have a full like balcony?
No. Mr. Caballero would not be proud of me if I started planting.
How's your pasta looking? Good?
Pero na siya, Jules. It's only been 1 minute since kuha na siya. Let it boil.
Okay, so 1 more minute. My water is actually almost gone. Now you guys can adjust. If you feel like there's too much water, maybe you can scoop it out so that you don't want a watery pasta, right? All right, almost done, almost done. Smells so good. I'm gonna prepare my plate here. And 30 seconds. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna bring it up. All right. All right, so here we go. This is our finished product. There's your tomato basil, orzo with, and then we're gonna scoop it into a plate. Let us go ahead and top it with cheese. And let's add our red pepper flakes. Ta-da! There's your pasta dish for Sunday night. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it really quick. Tastes good. My pasta is just right. Okay, I'm gonna go around, right? So I hope you guys are plating as well. Tastes good. I'm glad we added the pepper afterwards because I'm pretty sure my family will not like it too spicy. But for me, I just added a pinch and it's perfect. See, the sun-dried tomatoes adds that hint of sourness and tanginess. And then the pasta adds the texture. Okay, let me see the cameras. Are you ready? Let me know when you're ready, Julie. Okay. Now I have to do this manually because apparently there's nobody here. Spotlight. No, hold on.
That looks good.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. So let's just do it this way. There's only 3 of us. So here, everybody on Facebook Live, that's Julie's plate. Look how good it is. And look at, oh, look at that. You used elbow macaroni.
Yes.
It looks good too. What are the red things, Cassie? You added sliced pepper?
Uh-huh.
Red pepper, got it.
No pepper.
Looks good. Well, thank you, guys. Let me know how it tastes.
Right.
This is mine. Did you like it, Julie?
Yes, it's really good.
Yes.
We actually added some shrimp as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Chicken and shrimp.
So this goes with white wine, right?
Yeah.
This goes with white wine. So enjoy your dinner, guys. Thanks for joining me here. And for those of you who join us on Facebook Live, there you go. It's really, really simple. Just using one pot.
Yeah.
It's our tomato, basil, pesto, whatever, orzo with Parmesan cheese and pepper. All right. So that's another edition of 7 with Chef Marvie. Thank you so much and enjoy your Sunday evening. Bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I have to do this manually. Bye.
Bye.